Good morning. My friend has been hearing Bob Seger lyrics. And what do I wake up with in the middle of the night last night? 4 a.m. Everyone wants to be sleeping at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I'm hearing Bob Seger. And it sort of sent me on a rabbit trail and took me in a direction. And here I am. Good morning. Listen, I really feel like there's some wisdom in what Bob Seger had to say when he said, turn the page. And one of my favorite devotionals, I knew as soon as I heard those lyrics, one of my favorite devotionals that has yet to be published has a devotional in it that is about turning the page. And you're gonna love this, because here's the thing. When we turn the page, we can't really do it on our own, right? You know, we're coming out of a season, a long season, years and years and decades of written truths from our own intellect, from our own minds, written. The page is full. It is time to turn the page. And when you turn a page, what do you get? You have a blank page. Where do you start? Well, you know, there are so many super amazing platitudes that I think that we could start with. But when I look at them, when I listen to them, when I think of them, I'm like, I'm not sure I can do those. I don't have the strength or the power to do those. I can't do those. Listen, on a good day, I can't love myself well, right? How in the world am I supposed to sacrifice me, what I want, what's good for me, and do what's good for someone else? It's a blank page, you guys. Turn the page. This is a new season, new things, new projects, new plans, new season. But how do I take a blank page and turn it into something better than the last page? Something bigger than the last page, something righter, more correct than the last page. Well, you know what? I take a look at all of these things. You know, I'm always saying, go to the Bible. So I go to the Bible today and I'm like, okay, this is how we have discovered love's reality. Jesus sacrificed his life for us. Because of this great love, we should be willing to lay down our lives for each other. I'm totally blown away by the truth of, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. How do I do it? There's just one way. Because of this great love, Jesus sacrificed his life for us because of this great love. That's how I can do the same. No other way, right? No, absolutely no other way. Beloved children, our love can't be an abstract theory we only talk about, but a way of life demonstrated through our loving deeds. Demonstrated through deeds. Like, I can't just say cool words about love. You're making me giggle. I have to do. How can I do? Only by Jesus, you guys. So we have this fresh page. We can't start it with our own. Honestly, I'm telling you. And the fan is blowing. My ceiling fan is blowing, and it keeps turning the page. Like, I'm trying to look at what I want to read from the Bible to say, hey, we can't do this on our own. And it keeps turning the page. Those who are loved by God, let his love continually pour out from you to one another, because God is love. My love doesn't cut it. Your love doesn't cut it. Let his love pour out. This is love. He loved us long before we loved him. He loved us long before we loved him. Delightfully loved ones, if he loved us with such tremendous love, then loving one another should be our way of life. God is love. Love never brings fear. And so today, this week, as you turn the page, as you look for a clean start, a fresh start, a way to do things right, don't look here and there. Don't look up to the hills. Your help doesn't come from the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And when you turn the page, know that you cannot get truth aside from the truth-giving Spirit, the Spirit of God. You can find his words in this Bible. You can find his words here, his truth in this Bible. When the Spirit, the truth-giving Spirit comes, he will unveil the reality of every truth within you. He won't speak his own message. Guys, I can't go out there preaching my own message. It's meaningless. It's pointless. It does nobody any good. When we turn the page on the old, chaos goes. Anger goes. Self goes. And I'm going to say that when we turn that page, we turn the page on evil intent to destroy us. And we open the new page on God's Spirit giving us truth from heaven for today. So pick up your pen and start writing a new story, because we are turning the page. We are turning the page, and we're opening a new page when all lives are beautiful, loved, the sanctity of human lives. And how do we do that? God loved us so much that he sent his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. He loved us so much that he laid down his life for us. And he says in 1 John, shouldn't we love one another so much that we would be willing to lay down our lives for one another?